And another thing, stop letting people tell you what the divine is saying, right? Divine talks to me or gives me feelings that I get goosebumps on. I'm getting them right now because I'm about to give y'all the juice to divine. Like, there you go. I wanted you to say that. Divine needs a personal relationship with each and every one of you. Look, the waves is. Whenever you're in the mental space of whatever is going on in your life, whenever you feel some type of way, Divine wants you to call directly to him then. Not after, not just when you feel it, ask the Divine. And if you're not used to having the right articulate way to talk to the Almighty, the best thing you can do is just say Divine. At that moment when you feel something, if your energy is so heightened, or you feel bad, or you don't know the next thing you need to do, or whatever you dealing with has pissed you off, the best thing you can do, if you don't know how to articulate yourself to the Divine, the best thing for you to do is just say it. Say Divine. I like to say all praises to the Most High. I'm saying thank you. I say thank you for everything that come, no matter what come. I say thank you. So when I get it, Divine, like, you got it. Yeah, I got it, and I take this bullshit. I'll be like, now you can take this bullshit because I don't want it. Depending on what it is, like how it come, I'll be like, yeah, I got it, but you can have it back, Divine. All praises to the Most High. My point is, you don't need somebody else to make an intimate relationship with you and the Almighty. Divine waiting for you to get up off your ass. I'm so serious. Divine waiting for you to come directly to that source of energy. Now, a lot of people, like I said, was created without a timeline. That's the Adam and Eve. Like, if y'all really want to know the story of life, if I tell it, I got to sit down with some architects because I think I should do that. And I don't know if I should do it because basically I would be doing it to clean or clear how they added divine to everything in these stories. Them stories ain't real. These stories is like the worst horror flick on rape and molestation and cannibalism and all of that. And that's the real story. That's the real story. And recreations and Frankenstein and the vampire stories, the werewolves, all that is in what they use as far as the creation story to the Bible. They just don't tell you like that. They don't tell you what really happened. These people are sick. And that's because they don't have the universal consciousness to guide them. They don't have that. So to be held, healed, heal. Held, 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 to hold. Hold back. Heal, heal, healed. Heal means to stop or stand. So they reverse these polarities in these words to twist everything up. So therefore, you don't really see what's going on and you don't comprehend. And you will run to a person before you go directly to the divine. Don't run to a person before you go to the Almighty. Divine wants a personal relationship with you. You ain't got to think about me. You ain't got to call your mama. You ain't got to call your daddy. You ain't got to call your preacher. You ain't got to go to your best friend, your children, nobody. You go directly to the divine. Directly. And if you ain't used to doing that, and you're used to calling on fake names and the fake people that they gave you in the life, always lead with respect. Divine, I'm imperfect. I can't speak your language. I can't speak your tone. You are the Almighty. Within my intentions at this moment, I reach out to you and I beg that you can hear me in all my imperfection. Father, please, or however you want to add. I like to say Father because I heard it from my grandfather. It's innate. I'll say energy or I'll say Almighty, please. in your greatness, please look through this imperfect vessel that you have created and allow me to carry that perfect light. See through this vessel and see what my flaws is and guide me to the road where you seem fit for me. All praise due to the Most High. All praise due to the Most High, creator of all creators and creations. I talk to the divine like that all the time. Every day. Every minute of every day. You know why? Because there's a part of my flesh that's going left, right, up, down all the time. I wake up with a Woody like this. I'm looking at God. She got a, oh, Lord. I need this. I need that. I have passions. I have promise. I have presence. I have things I want to accomplish. And it's all these different fleshly desires are also put in my heart by the divine. So I have to learn to center a lot of these things. So how do I do that? I go directly to the source and ask for divine, the workings that energy put in for my existence in the start to allow me to have that piece and that function of what you had planned in the first place. I don't go try to ask for stuff I don't do all that. Divine, will you do this? Will you give me this? No, there's contracts, right, which is ordinance, and then there's the actual, which you have no clue about. You don't know what's for you. You only know what you're addicted to or what somebody showed you or what you think you like. That's all you know. So once you let go of all those things and you line yourself up with the respect of the Almighty first, and you come at the divine that way, then things start changing. But until you comprehend what that is, you're never going to see that. Never going to see it. Never going to see it. So look, I just wanted to do that real quick because I get tired of people always stepping in between people and the divine. People forcefully throw themselves in between you and the divine to make it like it's a thing. Let me get in the middle. No, that's division. Divine don't need no help. That's why it's the Almighty. Divine needs you to get out the way to see if the person is going to be genuine about their request. But if you there in the middle of that person trying to come to the Almighty, what do you think? How do you think that looks? It makes the person look even weaker. You got to convince them to love the Almighty. And on top of that, it's not really a pure love for the Almighty. It's what you're injecting in front of them. So then they get addicted to whatever you say and still don't go directly to the divine because of whatever middle placement you've built in front of them out of comfort. All praises to the Most High, creator of all creators and creations. Man don't know what he speak. If you want something, if you even want more in depth about this, I can do a one-on-one with you and I can give it to you more in depth. I have no problem with that. I am not a middleman. I am a director. I will show you the way. Go that way. No, my man, don't go down there. Go down there. Go that way. That type of thing. I'm not walking with you neither, but I'm going to show you which way to go if you don't got clarity on that. And I can give you some of my experiences when I tripped over my own feet, my own understanding, being lost, following people, thinking what they were saying is going to be all right, and opposed to me getting tired of that, jumping into my own way and watching that fail, giving up on all that, and then literally stopping, dropping on my knees right where I was, knowing better. And I'm telling you a real story, yo. This is real. I literally stopped in the middle of a situation that I would never do this at. It was people around. I never forget this day. It was people around and all that. I was in public. And the way I was feeling, I got tired of feeling. I'm like, yo, I don't like this. And I dropped down on my knees in the middle of public in front of everybody. And I screamed, I said, divine, please. I looked crazy out there with my hands in the air, calling to the Most High in front of everybody. But that moment, divine saw me and noticed that I wasn't embarrassed. I didn't care who was around, and I was able to show my respect and my love for the Almighty at that moment, in front of everybody, in the middle of everything. And I didn't care who saw me. As I was like, at this point, ain't nobody here for me. I might as well reach to the Almighty. Ain't nobody been here. What am I going to be embarrassed for? So I got on my knees in front of everybody. Cars passing, people walking by, everybody looking at me like I'm crazy. I'll be crazy right now. If it takes for me to be crazy right now to get a real connection with the divine, I can sacrifice that because divine gave me light for my life to live every day. What are you willing to do before you say what you're willing not to do? That's why people make me sick. Because y'all walk around talking about you love the Almighty and all this, but yet you got something in between you and the Almighty. I heard you. I hear you later, too. Bye. Don't talk me to death. I'm so serious, man. Y'all play too many games, yo, and y'all want the best of what divine has to offer. But yet you can't even respect the Almighty without being embarrassed or having somebody come between you and the divine and usher you in and let me coach you this. You don't need no coach. You need to get out my face so I can express what I really feel right now in my stupidness, in my sadness, in my anger, and whatever emotion I'm going through. I need the divine here with me. It was 11:22 when I said that. I need the divine here with me at that very moment. So then that emotion can be shown to me correctly and I can have it masterly taught to me. I can have that masterfully taught to me and understand how to use it. That's the only way you're going to get that 11:44 on the clock. That's the only way you're going to get that. Divine is the master architect. Everybody else is just the apprentice. Any person on this planet is just an apprentice. If I want to get the best, I need to go directly to the main one. I don't need to go to the bootleg Gucci. I need to go to the Gucci shop, the actual Gucci building. I don't really want to buy diamonds from K Jewelers. I want to go to Sierra Leone. Me personally. I don't want to go get gold from over here. I'd rather go somewhere in Burkina Faso and get me a couple real blocks of gold, that pure-ish. Facts. Everybody make the wrong assessment when you create the value of what the middleman is, and the middleman has gotten so much out of his way that middleman think that he's deserving of the cost of where it's found, the foundry is at, where they pull it out. They think this is why you got high priced chocolate. How you go all the way from Africa where the chocolate come from, then go to Europe and say it's the world's best chocolate, and then you charge people $1 million to go get some chocolate? I'm exaggerating, but I'm just saying, you overprice people and then put the most estranged name on the value just to have it placed in that motion. But then you don't see that as a problem. It's called manipulation. It's called lying. That's what that is. It's being a liar. Look, I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I just came to show you something real quick. I'll be back at y'all later. I got stuff to do. I gotta get up, feed my dogs. Peace. Where you at? Where you at, love? Where you at, wife? Where my forever at? We got stuff to do, yo. Where you at, yo? Where my wife at? I know you out there somewhere. Where you at? We got stuff to do, yo. For real, for real. I was about to hit a note. Alright, I ain't gonna hold y'all, yo. I'm up out of here, man. Naga the Wise.